Welcome back, everyone. A Fort Smith couple finds themselves in the middle of a crisis. They're in the process of trying to bring their adopted son home from Haiti. 5 News anchor Darren Bobb tells us the crisis centers around the turmoil going on in that country and an adoption policy in the U.S.
Cara and Matt Smithson lived in Haiti for 10 years as missionaries. During that time, they met Jeffney, a 15-year-old Haitian. They began the process of adopting him when they lived there. However, because of gang violence there, they had to move back for their own safety, but they couldn't bring Jeffney back with them because
the adoption hadn't been completed. They advised us continue on with your adoption, and once that's completed, come back and we'll get you out. Basically, is what they said. And then all the gang stuff just escalated, and things has just deteriorated dramatically.
The process can't be complete, and because the process can't be complete, our only hope is Department of Homeland Security giving us humanitarian parole.
I'm asking for help because right now I'm feeling very depressed. I'm in a level of stress where I can't think straight. I'm trying to do my best to behave well, so I'm asking for help.
people who live outside of the United States, like Jeffney, may be able to request parole into the U.S. based on urgent humanitarian reasons. The Smithsons say they applied, but they were denied based on a federal policy that doesn't recognize the method they used to adopt Jeffney.
We shouldn't be excluded just because we went through one approach because we were living there versus families that were living in the United States that approached it a different fashion. So it's fairly simple in my mind, and I would think that the U.S. government could see that. However, it's not played out that way right now.
In order to get that parole, the Smithsons say they have to have the cooperation of Homeland Security and the State Department, and that's simply not happening.
The Department of State is blaming the Department of Homeland Security, and they are blaming Haiti. And it's this round and round circle of nonsense. So a few weeks ago, they paroled 14 kids with completed adoptions into the U.S., but they refused our child because we adopted while we were living in Haiti. We didn't adopt through an adoption agency.
In the meantime, they say they will not quit until Jeffney is on American soil.
Well, he's our son. We can't stop. I just wish that our government would prioritize minor children who need to be reunified with their families.
In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, I'm Darren Bobb, 5 News.
The family says they are one of the 25 families in 22 states that are going through this same process. They've hired an attorney in hopes of getting the State Department and Homeland Security to grant humanitarian parole.